episode of the vlog ever. I know that because it was my 34th birthday. It's also my 34th birthday. Today's my 36th birthday.
So that's a pretty interesting turn of events. I don't think I'm surprised by it, but interesting nonetheless. Alright, man, I'll call you in a bit. Hey, what's up, allies? So, Casey Neistat's back. That's a good thing. I'm very happy about that. But let's talk about me today. I've got to this point where I've put some weight back on from when I lost my initial poundage doing the no sugar, no grains. And I've largely been trying to keep up the reduced carbs and the reduced sugars. But I have significantly had days where I have fallen off the wagon hugely. So today is just all gonna be about getting back on, getting everything lined up to have the right foods on hand for me to successfully not get fat. That's what I'm gonna do today. That's at least partially, because I've also got to clean the house, right? Today's Monday. Tuesday for you. Anyway, what's for breakfast? Sous vide egg bites from Starbucks. These things are great. They are egg, and they are cheese, and they are bacon, and they are amazing. All right, so for lunch today, I didn't pack any lunch because we just too busy with Edison's birthday. So I've come to Trader Joe's, which is a great spot for buying no sugar, no grain, kind of take and go lunches. I usually grab a salad and some meat products. Let's go see what they have. All right, Cobb salad, got some meat, some seaweed, salmon jerky, cheese, some chocolates. Oh, this is not all for today, but this is keep me going for a couple of days here. A little kombucha for today, though. Okay, so breakfast and lunch were very successful, very no sugar, no grains friendly. I do have a quick warning though for everybody who wants to partake of the no sugar, no grains. Don't just look at the calorie information on the back, because a lot of things will show 0 for sugars, and sugars are what's gonna get you. You need to look at the ingredients, and you need to look specifically for things like organic cane extract or whatever. That means sugar, or just straight up brown sugar. But if it says 0, that means that there's less than 1% or 1 gram, I think it's 1 gram of sugar, they can get by saying 0. So it's not exactly no sugar, no grains friendly. It's not exactly the best thing for you. Sometimes it's okay in moderation, very limited amount. Just keeping that in mind, all right? So when it comes to bacon, this can be difficult because bacon, often in the curing process, they add sugar. They just don't add a lot of it. So it's something that your body, you're still going to be able to get to where you're going if you don't do a lot of it, or if that's your only sugar that you're taking in, then you're probably going to be okay. Just keep that in mind. All right, to flip the script and change the gears here a little bit, I want to make another recommendation on a podcast that I found out through a recommendation through Instagram. The last podcast on the left. Holy smokes. I'm sure some of you have already heard of Last Podcast on the Left. It is a podcast, 3 guys that talk about things that are both real and fictional, mainly in the area of like horror and death and dismemberment and serial killers. And you might say to yourself, that sounds horrible, Josh. What are you talking about? Well, so the one I'm listening to right now is about L. Ron Hubbard, a historical biography retelling kind of L. Ron Hubbard. Amazing. The guy is a nutcase, was a nutcase, whatever. Before that, I listened to kind of this story of the Jack the Ripper. Fascinating. Is violent. Lots of violence, but the violence is actually not a lot of the details. It's this historical description of what happened and the culture and society that built up around this story and that created Jack the Ripper. Fascinating. I cannot recommend this highly enough. Go listen to an episode. It's 30 minutes. You're going to get hooked. You're going to love it, particularly if you drive in a car like I do all the time. Whoa, is this no sugar, no grains friendly for reals?
Yeah.
So something I found that I really enjoy, even though I don't normally enjoy this. This is Brussels sprouts. They're like chopped up and tossed in bacon and like almost like burnt. There's parts of it that are really, really crispy. What do you normally do to cook this?
Just shave it and saute it with bacon.
That's it? It's just bacon fat and
Oh, this
Brussels
is also
sprout?
I'm making it.
Oh man, it's good. Alright, so that'll do it for today. What the hell? Piece of orange. So, you might be asking yourself, hey, what is it that you're eating exactly? I'm eating things that don't contain sugar and don't contain grains. And avoiding beans, at least for the first couple of weeks. And the idea is that your body goes into ketosis. Ketosis is where your body consumes fat instead of carbs. Carbs is an easy, preferred fuel source. Your body switches over to consuming fats, you burn fat. It's pretty much how it works. So you might be asking, what do you eat? It's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Mornings, you can try and do eggs and bacon. Pretty easy. You can do coffee with, you can look up bulletproof coffee. Bulletproof coffee is something you can do, or you can do coffee with cream and MCT oil.
Starbucks sous vide eggs.
Starbucks sous vide eggs is perfect. You can look up a recipe and do that on your own at home. There's a way to do it. Lunchtime, have a big salad. That's an easy way to go. Or eggs come back again, do some hard-boiled eggs. Maybe have an avocado. Dinner, chicken, legs and thighs is great. That shaved Brussels sprouts. Any green vegetables, perfect. The more you get of those, the better, because you're going to be eating a lot of fat, and so leafy green vegetables is good. And that's just do that. You don't need to have celebration food. You just need to have food to live, and you're going to eat a lot of fat. Snacks to have on hand is cheese, beef jerky. All beef jerky can be tricky. Summer sausage is a lot easier to go. That whole round, go that way. It's a lot easier. Anyway, question of the day: have you ever tried a ketosis diet, and how did it do for you? I seem to do pretty well. I always end up like kind of going back to it. I've done it years ago, and I'm back to it again. And I try and stay. I have been for the last year or so. Try to stay around less carbs, but I fell off recently with all the mukbangs. So now I gotta sort that out. Mukbang tomorrow, by the way, will be more of a no sugar, no grains friendly. So I'll get back into ketosis at some point and hopefully lose some poundage here. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Give me a thumbs up if you have not already. Please subscribe. And yeah, see ya.